Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. It feels a lot cooler than it did yesterday. It's still warm, but man, the last few days in Southern California have been brutal, and today doesn't seem to be as bad. I'm heading up though, ironically, to the desert of San Bernardino, the Inland Empire, which is an area that, I don't know if that's the official name of the section of Southern California, but that's what people in that area like to call where they live, the Inland Empire. I'm heading up there today to check out a few cool things. I'm inviting you to tag along. So hopefully it turns out good. We find some neat stuff. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo! I've stopped off here at this graveyard in Colton, California, and I'm looking for the final resting place of Wyatt Earp's brother, Morgan Earp, who survived the battle and the shootout at the OK Corral, but then 6 months later, less than 6 months later, was shot in Tombstone. But he's buried here in California. I'm trying to find his grave. It's kind of difficult. It's a very large graveyard, but from my coordinates that I found online, I think his grave is somewhere back in here. I think I see it right there. Morgan S. Earp, U.S. Deputy Marshal, born in 1851, and according to the tombstone, he was assassinated in Tombstone, Arizona, which is a little ironic, on March 18th, 1882. And someone has placed some money there. There's a lot of change. There is a dollar bill. There's a flower here on the left-hand side. And he was killed while playing pool in a saloon. What a way to go. Whoa! It's the Wigwam Motel, the world famous Wigwam Motel, where you can stay inside a wigwam here on Route 66 in San Bernardino. I've always wanted to see these. I've always wanted to stay inside one of these. I can't stay inside of one tonight, but maybe one day. These are freaking cool. This place is so cool. You can rent out one of these wigwam teepees for the night and sleep inside of one. Welcome, travelers. Have you slept in a teepee lately? Looks like some serious road work down here. And my destination is right here on the left. The location from the very first McDonald's ever. I'm meeting up with my friend Brian, who lives in San Bernardino, and we're gonna check out the location of the very, very first original McDonald's. Now, you cannot buy a hamburger here. It is not operating in the sense that you can purchase food. But on this spot is where the very first McDonald's was built. And there's a little museum there. And also, I don't remember bars being on those windows. They even have a Route 66 car, and there seems to be someone passed out in the heat inside of here. Whoa, he looks like he's taking a nap. Must be tuckered out from all this sun. They have the mystery machine out here. Look at this cool mural that he's working on. It's signed by original Simpsons artist Phil Ortiz, who drew it, and then you are painting over it. But Phil drew that right here on the wall.
Yeah.
Super cool.
And then David Arshosky, he's a sculptor. He did a lot of the Happy Meal toys that are inside the museum.
Oh, really? That's pretty neat.
On the same day, and he drew.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
It goes from the Arizona border at Needles all the way to the Santa Monica Pier, and in between there's different points of interest.
Oh, look at this. It's a shaggin' wagon. Chicks love it. This guy painted this entire mural with all these different cars from movies and TV shows. Pretty freaking cool, all along the side of this building. And this, from what I know, from my recollection of reading online, is the original sign from the very first McDonald's that was right here on the spot.
Yeah, they got the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car up there.
It's like last year they celebrated their 75th anniversary of the first McDonald's restaurant. This piece of tile here was from the very first McDonald's restaurant. That was the floor, and they've saved a piece on the entryway to this museum. And cameras are welcome, so that's good because I'm carrying one. What was this guy's name? Do you remember?
Mayor McCheese?
Is it Mayor McCheese? No, it's Officer Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Officer Big Mac. So you're inside Big Mac's mouth right now. You're inside a hamburger. See, have you ever eaten a hamburger before?
Yeah.
Well, now the hamburger is eating you. All along the top of the wall, they have a timeline stretching from the past to the present day. Yes.
Have you been here before?
I never have. This is my first time. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
But you got to tell me all the good information. You got to share with me some of the good stuff.
Well, I liked inside here, and I liked playing with all the toys in here.
I don't think you can play with the toys in here. They're antiques.
Antiques?
And here is a picture from 1955. And back here, this building still exists. So when I leave here, I'll go out and check that out. That was the offices. The rear McDonald offices are still standing. But there's the sign out front. And that's where we are right now, standing in the same spot as this woman ordering a Big Mac. You gotta love the nuggets. You don't want to eat these though. You will definitely have a bellyache if you try to consume these. I really like these guys, but Ronald looks super creepy. Of course, Willard Scott was the very first Ronald McDonald, and you can see the evolution of Ronald has come a long way since that original McDonald. Ronald McDonald, happiest hamburger clown. You should look up the very first McDonald's commercial on YouTube. That's the song. It's kind of terrifying. I used to have one of these Ronald McDonald plastic gloves that was like a puppet. I had one of those. Oh my gosh, look at this grimace. Remember these? Remember riding on these as a child? This thing would spin around. You put like a quarter in it and it would spin you around. That brings back some serious memories. Look at this. And what is borscht?
Some sort of beet type thing.
Flavored with beef, condensed borscht. Look at this, it's a Back to the Future Happy Meal. The Transformers from McDonald's, I remember those, holy cow. So the picture I just showed, behind the original McDonald's that is now torn down, the museum sits where the McDonald's was, is this office. This is from the original McDonald's. Inside this gray door were the offices, right here. This is a piece, a huge piece, the only remaining piece of the first McDonald's. Ronald? Ronald? I don't think he's in there anymore. Seems to be some sort of flooding going on here. I think it's on purpose. I think they're doing it on purpose. But the reason I walked over here across the road is to get the shot from this angle. And look, that fire hydrant is still there, and this pole is still there, and the sign still in the same spot. So you can kind of get your bearings on where the original McDonald's was in comparison to what it looks like now, current day. Original light fixtures right up there. That's pretty cool. This guy is getting towed right now. I don't know if you're supposed to park on that side of the road, and that guy is not happy that I'm filming him. I should get out of here. I tried leaving a couple dollars as a donation. They did not accept tips for whatever reason, but the McDonald's museum is owned by a company called Juan Pollo. It's a chicken place. So I figure I will show my support by now going to an active Juan Pollo and getting some lunch. Look at their mascot. Now that chicken is ready to party. Still do not know what I want. Trying to decide. There's so many choices. So many choices. I love these. Check these out. Especially this one. There is a chicken riding in that car. That guy is about to chop up a humongous chicken. Look at this crazy table. You can eat chicken on a table that has chickens on it. Some people might not be able to handle that. And those people would not sit at this table. They would sit at the other tables. They have like a wall of fame. Look at these. These are police officers. Best chicken west of the Mississippi. The chicken's great. And this guy says, don't tell dispatch I'm here. This is my lunch. Looks pretty delicious. And look, I have a spork. I have not eaten with a spork in probably a decade. But, you know, it brings back memories.
You're not living until you eat for the spork.
It's a spoon and a fork combined, hence why it's called a spork. Is it good? Is the chicken good?
Yum, yum.
I think it's good. I think she approves. The food was great. We love the... Some of these are pretty ridiculous, including this one. Now that's a review. And I like this one too. We're from Japan. What does this even mean? After this, there isn't anymore? That's deep.
Oh, past the skin. The best chicken I ever ate. 6 whole chickens for 6 whole people.
What the heck? Really, man? Really? Some of the sayings on these are inappropriate. And they even have a Route 66 museum in the back of the restaurant. It's locked though, and if it's locked, it says, please see the cashier for the key. The Route 66 Museum. And I'm in here all by myself. She unlocked the door just for me.
Well, aren't you special?
The Tasmanian Devil. You were the subject of many a tattoo back in the 90s. Here's a map of San Bernardino County from 1979. How you doing? I love these old Coca-Cola machines. My grandfather in Mississippi used to work for the Coca-Cola company. So every time I would go there, he would always have the bottled Coke. So every time I see an old bottled Coke machine, I think of my grandfather. This is a triple head motor oil dispenser, and it's dated 1918 from the Texaco company. I've never seen one of those before. There is currently no one in this room but me.
And this creepy spider.
Old school jukebox. Bette Midler? I just stopped for gas and finished pumping it, and right over there is a truck, and the name of the trucking company, the towing company, caught my eye. It even has the same font and lettering as the Stallone movie. Over the top. Hey, can I turn my hat around? It's like a switch. I need to pick up a bag that carries my drone, a backpack, but the one they have inside Best Buy, I'm not sure if it'll fit, so I'm gonna take this inside and test it out.
No sé, están ¿ves las 3 cosas por fuera? Ahí están todos los mega.
This is awesome. Plenty of blades, plenty of batteries, the remote control, and the Majestic, all in a sweet backpack. Look at that sunset. Hashtag no filter. Just waiting on an Uber now to go up to Disneyland. Look at this. Who could this be that's taking an Uber with me? Oh, who could it be that's taking an Uber? It's Jay. I'll just say it right now, it's Jay. We're taking an Uber to Disneyland because I will have a few days left and I want to go to Disneyland. The Haunted Mansion with bubbles. The Haunted Mansion with bubbles. That child is frightened. One thing that always confuses me is that room actually stretching? Or is it my imagination? The fireworks are now beginning. Mickey! Gotta love the fireworks from outside Big Thunder Mountain. It's one of the best viewing spots. You can't really hear the music so much, but you can definitely see the fireworks very well from this angle. I'm gonna miss Disneyland fireworks when I leave. This is one of my favorite things, either from the park or from my house. Either way, I can hear them every night going off. And now it's time for the grand finale.
Dole Whip? Don't mind if I do.